Hey everyone. 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 I'm Andrew. I'm a CFA Charterholder and CFP professional, and I'm also the owner of Lever Wealth Management, which is the financial advisor for people who scare financial advisors. I don't care how big of a company this is, how important you are as a CFO. They'll find somebody else. There's what? 8 billion people in the world now? There's someone else who can do your job, I promise you. It's a stark reminder that life does not wait for you. It just doesn't. It was 4.3% every year of expenses. Every single year, this client was paying The normal financial advisor charges 1, and the expense ratio on the S&P 500 is 0.03, yet this client was paying 4.3% every single year. A little bit because of an ignorance tax, and probably a lot of it because they were getting taken advantage of. The IRA has a bunch of mortgage-backed securities. Keep this for bingo night for what it's worth. As prepayments occur of mortgages, the principal and interest goes down at a convex rate. That's a bummer. I quit my dream job in finance. Here's why. The model for giving financial advice is just broken. Somebody with no formal technical training in financial advice can get an insurance license to sell commissionable products and call themselves a financial advisor. How is that okay? It's easy to be a fiduciary when it's in your best interest as an advisor. The reason the fiduciary structure exists is for those times when it's not to the advisor's benefit, but it's for the client's benefit. But when your conflict is so great that you have a 50x difference in compensation, any reasonable person has a second thought in the back of their mind. And that's 90% of financial advisors. But even the ones that are fee only, vast majority, to the tune of probably 95, 99%, charge on assets under management. And incentives drive outcomes. And when the incentive is, if I get more assets, I make more money, you have a couple incentives that come into play there. One, you become an asset accumulator. Number two, you don't want people to take those assets out. I will never forget what the wife said. She looked us right in the eye and she said, "But my husband's a doctor. What do you mean we can't retire?" Yes, husband is a doctor. Your standing in society does not equate to your ability to retire. Sometimes it's easier to keep our head in the sand than to accept a hard truth in our life. Why do you want to retire at 65? Why not 55? Why not 52? So many people come to me and they say, "Andrew, I want to retire at 65. And I say, "Great. Why?" Well, I don't know. We choose these arbitrary dates, ages, because they've been put in our head by somebody else, or it was what our parents did who had a completely different life and life expectancy. Why are you still doing what you're doing? If it's because it brings you meaning and joy in your life, fantastic. Don't stop. But have intention with the decisions that you're making. I just wanted to share this story with you, and there are a couple points that I think are all integrated together. So the first thing that this retiree did was they created financial security for themselves, which in some respects you think, well, that should go without saying, but a financially stressful retirement is probably not a happy one. The next thing they did is they created what I'm going to call physical security. And then they'd get up, they'd walk, they'd go do some strength training at the Y. They liked to golf as well, so they would golf, but they were active. They protected their body and kept moving, right? Kept doing that, and they had a schedule. They kept physical security for themselves and invested in their health up front. Next, they created social security for themselves. And no, I'm not talking about their social security benefit. They had weekly meetups with other retirees and just go to a diner, talk for a couple of hours. It wasn't only professors, it wasn't only white collar workers, it was just other people. And through that, you create a group of like-minded individuals. Their faith was important to them, and they started to invest more at their church. Finally, they created, or kept, I should say, mental security. They knew as a lifelong learner, I I have to keep my mind sharp. They kept researching in their field.
I'm here to make financial planning great again, okay? So bad.
Until next time, see y'all.